Chargers of Rio de Janeiro. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Ready?
Now a play fake. Lance. And his first look is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Green jack. Ready.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Peppers. A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Side taken in by Claypool. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. From midfield, here's Tua. And this is caught. I think he got that with 1 hand. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Jacobs is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The Chargers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, come on.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump. It's a tough skill to teach, and this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
Now a throw on 1st first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On second down, Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Able to complete it to Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
52 blaster.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Randy Gregory came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And Lance now to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 30 yards there. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Trey Lance as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, son?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called.
Right here.
Tua, the final shot before half. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we are off to
Both these teams no doubt making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 50 yards.
Las Vegas.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Tua going to run the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tua Tagovailoa. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. They're on 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Ready?
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tua's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Tua now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Open man completes it to Claypool. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A toss out right to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Okay, right.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready.
Desperation time here. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here we go. Fast. Hey, can't beat it. Ready, ready.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Slide through. Set.
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Ryland on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's got a man, complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A very solid gain of 27. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Touchdown! Romeo Doubs, 31 yards. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Powering forward. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you'd better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors. Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw is Tua. That is intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added this on their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick 6. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick 6, it's demoralizing. But when you look up at the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you kind of put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you,